Marvin, how you doing? This is Phil Corella from Overtime Fantasy.
How you doing?
I'm doing great, man. First, I just want to congratulate you on a great career at Florida State, and all that you've accomplished. So, what has the process been like to get ready for today, and what will you miss the most about playing at Florida State?
It's been a pretty great process. I left Florida State here with a little banged up with an injury, and the road to getting healthy. Playing in the Senior Bowl, and really just committing to the grind. I went trained in Dallas, Fort Worth area, APEC. And, what one of my teammates, J. Rob, we've been out there grinding and just really getting better every single day. When I first got there, I missed being here at Florida State. Being around the guys, the family environment. But at the same time, it's been a great journey to just go and chase our dreams. And what I miss more about Florida State, just the brotherhood. More than anything. Just hanging out with you guys, going to war with you guys. That's something I would endurely miss.
Good morning, Winston. Matheus Neles from Time Out Brazil. For your position, like a guy who plays inside the line, maybe you don't have the numbers like that pop out like the edge rushers or other guys, but you have that good numbers. If you get the numbers and add the Senior Bowl experience, how do you think that are your chances going for this NFL draft?
I think my chances are pretty high, for sure. Just for how I play my position, the way I play my position, and at the size that I play it at. I feel very confident going into this draft. I feel like I'm going to fall into it very well, very high, and especially after Pro Day, being able to go out there and really get to impress some scouts with my numbers and have a great position drills and things of that such. So I'm very excited about these upcoming months.
Yeah, Marvin, just where you at in the rehab process, and also what are you telling teams about you returning to your prior form? Because last year, it clearly seemed like the injury was bothering you throughout the year before you shut it down. I'm
actually 100% healthy now, and most definitely, I went through the season with a torn meniscus, and fought through it for my team, because a team leader got to be a guy. No matter what happens, you got to sacrifice to keep things going. So definitely now I'm 100% healthy, ready to get back to my true form, get back on the field and show everybody what I really can do, because I feel like people have forgot about the previous years, how I show what I can do when I'm healthy.
Yeah, Marvin, Amos Morale from WWL Radio in New Orleans. Wanted to ask you, I know you've got some family in the Louisiana area. Have they been in your ear, about, oh, we hope you go to this team or we hope you go to the Saints or anything like that? And second question is just throughout this process, are you looking at teams to see where you fit in at all?
For your first question, yeah, my family's definitely been in my ear. Some definitely want me to go to the Saints. Some want me to go to the Cowboys. It's just being in that area. How those two teams are very big, and so I hear it all the time. But my mom, she doesn't care where I go. My mom specifically, she definitely wants me to just go wherever team takes me. But me personally, it really doesn't matter to me what team I go to. I've played in so many different schemes here at Florida State. I've been talking to different teams. Some have 3-4 defenses, some have 4-2-5, some has a 4-3. And I played in all three of those defenses here at Florida State. So played everything from a 0 to a 5. So I have so much experience at different positions. So it really doesn't matter. That's why I feel like the sky is the limit for me, because I've made plays in almost every position.
I want to follow up on the injury question from a minute ago. How hard of a decision was it for you to kind of shut things down? I think it was in November.
It definitely was. It was one of the hardest things ever. Me deciding to come back to Florida State to finish out my last year and not being able to finish it out the whole thing. And that was one thing I was fighting early on. When it first happened, they wanted me to get surgery, but I didn't. I was fighting it. I fought it as long as I could today. We all came to the conclusion that it was best for me at the time. So it definitely was a tough thing to do.
Marvin, again, back to that ability to play from 0 to 5. I've seen games like the Boise game in 2019. You did all that within one game. What is it about your ability that allows you to bounce up and down the defensive line like that?
It came from great coaching. Coach Odell Higgins, he gave me so much tools in my tool belt, showing me how to play so many different things and giving me the knowledge and the techniques throughout my years here at Florida State, and he just blessed me with so much knowledge and be able to go out there. So whenever we can even drop a defense on the sideline, and I'm equipped to go out there and play it, to my fullest. And it's been a great experience being with him for my 4 years here. I feel like I'm more prepared than anybody else going into this draft because of the great coaching that I had.
Hey Marvin, when you talk to NFL teams and you look back at your NFL career or your Florida State career, do you think the fact that you guys went through all the adversity you went through with coaching changes and all the ups and downs, is that something you point to as something that is a positive to show that you could fight through that adversity? Or do you think it's a concern for them that you and the other guys that are going into the draft from Florida State didn't have a lot of success during their college career?
I mean, if anything, I feel like it's a great thing more than anything. Like I said, I played in so many different. We had so many coach changes. I played in so many different defenses, and had success at the same time. So it's a great thing because now I get on Zoom calls and meetings with different teams, and we talk football. I can talk almost any defense, from up front and some on the back end. It's a great thing to be able to. When they try to teach you a defense of what they do, you already have a grasp of what they do already, and you be able to communicate it with them back already. So I feel like the ups and downs we went through at Florida State has prepared me more than anything for the next level. I'm more than prepared. I went through so many tough times here, but I overcame, and now I'm in a position to where it doesn't matter where I go. I've already played certain spots, and I won't have to. I can really just hit the ground running.
Hey Marvin, Max Moody with Locked On Seminoles. You've been such a vocal leader on the field, but also off the field. We saw last summer and throughout the year related to social causes that are important to you. So I'm curious, as you go to the NFL and frankly will have a little bit more financial backing for the things you care about, what do you plan to do to sort of further those social causes that you've been so vocal on?
I'm still working with my foundation here in Tallahassee. We have an upcoming event here coming up on March 31st, actually, here in Tallahassee. And we'll continue to do our financial literacy course. I'm working on adding what's the name? Working to help with the health side of it, to try to make some healthcare involved in the program, teaching kids about that as well. So we're trying to get a partnership for that as well right now. And, it's just right now we're trying to do a lot of big things behind the scenes, so we get ready to get implemented and push the program throughout the state right now, and hopefully go throughout the South and just continue to grow. But right now we're here in Tallahassee right now, and looking forward to pushing it at least by the end of the year throughout the state.
Hindsight is always 20/20, but obviously the year didn't work the way you wanted it to. Are you glad that you came back?
Most definitely. Most definitely. I'm more. I got to play in another defense that I never got to really play in necessarily, and it just helped me. It taught me to overcome, certain things, because I never know where you're going to get drafted. You never know you're going to draft to an NFL caliber team, or you're going to get drafted to a team that only won 2 to 3 games last year. And I've been in both areas. I've been on a top priority team, and I've been on a team that hasn't been so successful. And at the same time, I know how to conduct myself through when things aren't going right, how to come to work every single day and give your all, and things of that matter. So I feel like that's why I have on the upper hand against other guys in the draft. It doesn't matter what situation I'm put in, I already know how to thrive.
Marvin, I think I read somewhere that you said that most of the teams that you'd spoken to had brought up the disagreement you had with Coach Norvell over social media during the summer. How worried are you that maybe came off the wrong way to some of these front offices? And do you think that you were able to kind of explain your side and let these teams know that you're a loyal player, but at the same time you have a voice?
Most definitely. A lot of teams, almost every team has brought that up. And, my message is the same thing. I was delivered to them why I spoke out and how it occurred. and what led to it. But at the same time, I also explained to him that I wish I would have handled it different. Instead of taking social media, we should have waited and had our conversation in house and kept everybody outside of what was going on in our facility. You know, and all teams have definitely understand where I came from and why I did what I did, and also respect the fact that I've learned from it. So I feel like every team that I've talked to has definitely accept my reasoning behind what happened and how I handled it.
Next question is from Chris Idell.
Hey Marvin, I know you had a tough 2020 with all this pandemic. What are you going to learn? What are you going to remember about your time at Florida State? For 4 years.
4 years, I can always remember just knowing how to overcome. Continue to work hard. I've had injuries throughout Florida State. I've had setbacks. And we had difficult times here as a whole. And more than anything, I learned how to continue to push for better days. Those better days that came, they're here now. And it's just a great feeling just to be able to be in this position. But at the same time, I feel like I wouldn't be here if I didn't go through those tough times here at Florida State. Florida State has brought me into being a man. Different things I learned here, different things that I went through. So it's a blessing that I went through certain things that I went through here.
All right. Thank you, Marvin.
Thank you, guys. Y'all have a good day.